Welcome back, Tamers, to more Digimon Stories Cyber Sleuth. My name is Blue Aura Master. Last time, we took down an eater that was causing trouble in Shinjuku with Arata's help. Then, we were doing some cases for other clients, including one about an urban legend called Shibuya Hirasaka. That one was pretty scary, and the lore behind it is kinda unsettling. But anyways, right now, we're here at K Cafe to pick up some more coffee beans for Kuremi. Let's just hope that she doesn't give us any more special blend, like she likes to call it. Hello there. Can I take your order? I recommend our special coffee blend. It's our top seller from the drink menu, and for good reason. Nice of you. Thank you. Hello there. Buying more beans already? I suppose with more employees, the supply is used up that much faster. Sure, you could say that. Come to think of it, when you head back, why don't you buy some takoyaki from the 3rd floor to go with your coffee? Only a child does no more than what they're asked. Go above and beyond and you'll seem quite clever. But takoyaki with coffee? I got the coffee beans Kyoko asked for. What new horror will she create from these incredible beans that smell so good? There's a poster on the wall Yuuko was staring at. Nationwide B-level gourmet battle. Our restaurant becomes a culinary battleground. Grated yam ramen, tuna scraps gyoza, the famous massive frozen custard dim sum. Looks like this is what Yuuko was looking at. She did. Her mouth was definitely watering. Oh, thanks for doing the shopping. We were waiting for you to get back. As you can see, a client has arrived. Your mouth watered. I know it did. I'm just teasing, sorry. Huh? Mouth watering? What are you talking about? This is our client.
Kamishiro Yuuko です。それではKamishiro Yuuko さん。今回はどのような調査をご依頼ですか?
Now then, Miss Kamishiro, what matter of case brings you to us?
はい。私の父について調べてほしいんです。
Chapter 5. The search continues. Yuuko Kamishiro.
Kamishiro Satoru さん。Kamishiro エンタープライズの前社長ですね。
You mean Mr. Satoru Kamishiro, the former president of Kamishiro Enterprises?
はい。昨年お亡くなりになった。自殺だったと報道されていましたが。
He passed away last year. It was reported to have been a suicide, correct?
違います。違うんです。お父さんは自殺なんかしない。
No, that isn't true. My father would never kill himself. すみません。大きな声を。いえ、
構いませんよ。それでなぜ自殺ではないと、何か確証がおありですか？
But why do you believe he wouldn't do it? Do you have some proof that he wasn't suicidal?
確証はありません。だからこそ調査を依頼したいんです。
なるほど、ごもっとも。
手がかりはおそらく先日調査していただいた山科誠。
If you want clues, then you may want to start with Makoto Yamashina, whom I had you investigate the other day.
彼は昨年まで上白の研究員でした。
He was a researcher for Kamishiro until last year.
父の死と時を同じくして退社し、そのまま行方をくらましてしまった。
He left the company around the same time my father died, and then he disappeared.
それで山科が父親の死に関係していると考えた。
So you believe Yamashina is connected to your father's death in some way?
はい。直接関係はないとしても、父の死についてきっと何かを知っていると。
Even if there's no direct connection, I'm certain he must know something about my father's death.
我々に山科誠のことを調査させたのは今回の件を依頼するためですね。
So you had us investigate Makoto Yamashina as a prelude to this case then.
あなたは我々を試した。
That was your way of testing us.
再び依頼に来たということは無事試験に合格したわけだ。
Since you've brought another case to us, that implies that we passed your test.
すみません。信用できない人が周囲にたくさんいるような気がして。
I apologize. There are so few people around me who I can trust.
つまらない小細工を失礼しました。
I'm so very sorry for my, little ruse.
いや、素直に答えていただけたということは信頼していただいている何よりの証です。
I hope such an honest answer is proof that we have earned your trust.
お父上の調査引き受けましょう。
ありがとう。ありがとうございます。ちょっとすみません。もしもし。はい。いえ、特に問題は何も。はい。違います。私一人です。わかりました。すぐに戻りますから。リエさんは本社で待っていてください。では。
I understand. I'll be right back. Please wait at the head office, Miss Rie. Goodbye.
すみません。休養ができました。
I'm sorry. Something came up all of a sudden.
そのようですね。調査は休んじて我々にお任せを。
So it appears. Please leave the investigation to us.
よろしくお願いします。では。
Thank you very much. Goodbye for now.
これはかなり大掛かりな調査になりそうだ。本腰を入れて当たらねばな。
This could turn out to be a really big case. We've got to go all out and solve it.
うまくすれば上白の過去や内部事情も暴くことができるだろう。
If all goes well, we could expose Kamishiro's past, along with the company's inner workings.
又吉刑事にもご足労願うとしようか。
I should ask Detective Matayoshi for his help.
では調査を進めよう。私は再度山科誠の情報を洗い直してみる。
Alright, let's get started on the case. I'll go over the info on Makoto Yamashina again.
その間君はもう一度山科誠の自宅を訪ねてみてくれ。
While I'm doing that, I want you to go back out to his home and pay him another visit.
新しい事実が出てくるかはわからないが、ま、ダメ元だよ。
I don't know if we'll get anything new, but, well, N, V, and G, I guess.
ダメ元。うん、ダメ元か。あ、いや、すまない。大したことではないよ。
No, sorry, never mind. It's nothing important.
ダメ元。父がよく使っていた言葉でね。
N, V, and G, it's something my father used to say a lot.
ご存知の通り、ダメでもともとが略された言葉なのだが、彼はこう言っていた。
It's an abbreviation for nothing ventured, nothing gained. My father said something different though.
ダメでもともと。
Something ventured, something gained.
これを略した場合、ダメ友になるのではと疑問に思っていたものだが。
I always thought it should be abbreviated as SVSG, but...
なかなかどうして粋な趣のある表現だと思わないか？
It's a rather elegant and refined expression, don't you think?
そう深く考えるものでもない。それこそ無粋というものだ。
Well, no need to think too deeply on it. That would be inelegant.
さて、無駄話はこれまで。調査を開始してくれたまえ。
Okay, enough with the chit-chat. Get on the case for me. No problem, boss. Okay, who is it on the Digi line before we head out? Thank you very much for your work on the case. Leave it to me. No problem, Yuuko. Okay, let's go ahead and pay this man a visit. Let's just hope we don't get into any more trouble for hassling him. Just a couple of strangers out of nowhere. Anyways, onwards. So, he lived here in the Toyosu condos. You're a stubborn one. How many times do I have to tell you I don't know any Kamishiro? You're asking if I've never heard of them? The first I heard of them was from you. No, it was before that. On the news, I think. Wait, no. Maybe I heard it from my daughter? I don't know. Ask my daughter. Ask Chica. I need to lie down. I suddenly feel dizzy. Chica, she said she was going to Shibuya, I believe. A new single from a band was going to be available for a limited time at Shibuya Records. Jimmy Ken? No, that wasn't it. You really must excuse me. Let's go to Shibuya Records in Shibuya to talk to Yamashina's daughter, Chica. Okay, it was this way. Okay, curious and curiouser. Well, I mean, it being Japan, you know, just, you wouldn't let... hold that thought.
よくぞ僕の存在に気づいたね。僕の名はビクトリー内田。将来社長になるのが夢なんだ。
Oh, so you actually noticed me here. Good job. I am Victory Uchida. My dream is to become CEO.
君もビッグな人物になる気配を感じるね。その可能性に敬を表してこれをあげよう。
I feel like you have what it takes to make it big, too. I'll give you this to show my respect. Ninja USB?
次も内田を見つけることができるかな？楽しみにしているよ。ビクトリー!
Think you can find me again? I'll be waiting for you. To victory! Well, how could I not notice you with those ears? Anyways, here you are, Chica. You say you have questions. Again? We just want to be left alone. Well, what is it now? What? About my dad? There's not really much to say. Until recently, my dad was a workaholic. He didn't even come home on his days off. But he seemed to change more recently. His focus shifted to taking care of his family. Aww. I'm not sure why exactly. Maybe something changed with his work. Before, I know he worked for a place called the Nile Corporation, but... Shouldn't you be on your way? I don't have much free time either. Can I go now? How did it go? Get any useful clues? The Nile Corporation. I hadn't thought there'd be a connection there. The Nile Corporation. Our paths have crossed before. Detective Matayoshi looked into the company once before. My father was involved in that investigation too. They were following up on a hunch, apparently. Okay, you can look into that Nile Corporation for me. You might be able to get some info at that corporation pavilion near the Eden entrance. I'll look into the case files that my father and Detective Matayoshi put together back then. Alright, I'm counting on you. Nile Corporation as a keyword to the corporate pavilion near the Eden entrance. Hey, Seedramon. Train together, no problem, buddy. Is it daytime over there? It's night here. I went all over collecting data. Good job today, Mom. Sure. You don't like Jimmy Kin's song? Just don't think about him, that's all. Hey. Alrighty, we gotta go to Eden, so... Do we... Let's see here. There was a phone booth back here, wasn't it? Yes, there it is. Nobody saw that, right? Okay. Let's head to the entrance. Here we go. Got a few people to talk about. Excuse me while I sip some water. Man, the heat really does not forgive right now. It'd be awfully nice if my kids could also work at a big company like Kamishiro. Nile Corporation? That's the company created to research the Eden Avatar system, isn't it? I think they were bought out by some big company a long time ago, though. They aren't around anymore. Better head back to the office. Already? Okay, that was easy enough. Okay, back to the office then. Well, hello there, young assistant. Are you getting used to working as a detective? What's with that look? You're looking at me like I'm not supposed to be here. Kyo-chan can tell you why I'm here. Well, something strange has happened, and we can't find the Nile Corporation case files. So I thought I'd ask someone directly involved with the case itself. Of course you didn't find them. All the files are stored together at Kamishiro. I'm ashamed to have to admit this, but we had to leave the files there.
あの疑惑ですね。
This was that hunch of yours, isn't it?
当時上白がナイルコープを不正買収した疑惑が持ち上がった。
At the time, suspicions were raised that Kamishiro had acquired the Nile Corporation illicitly.
俺と京ちゃんの親父さんとで調査を進めていたんだが、ちと問題が起こってな。
Your father and I were investigating that when we ran into a little problem.
問題とは
A problem?
上から圧力がかかってきやがったんだ。おかげで俺たちは調査を断念せざるを得なくなっちまった。
Pressure came down from up top. We were forced to abandon the case.
その時、お咎めなしの条件として調査資料のすべてを上白側に渡すことになったのさ。
At the time, we were also forced to hand over all case files to Kamishiro too.
上白が手を回した。自ら黒と言明しているようなものですね。
So Kamishiro pulled the strings. That was a self-incriminating move, wasn't it?
それも暗黙の了解だったわけだ。
That was the implied understanding.
闇の深さを思い知った俺たちはあえて騒がず資料の保管先の追跡に専念した。
Since we knew how bad it was, we decided to keep silent track of where the case files were stored.
親父さんが亡くなった後も追跡は続けている。
I kept track even after your father passed away.
今資料は上白のメインサーバーアバロンサーバーの奥深くに保管されているよ。
Now the files are being stored deep within the Avalon server, which is the main Kamishiro server.
おそらく上白の社員たちが機密情報データベースと呼んでいる電脳空間だ。
I'm sure it's in the part of cyberspace Kamishiro employees called the confidential database.
まあ追跡といってもデータの所在をこの目で確認しているわけじゃない。
And when I say I've kept track, it's not like I've confirmed the data's location firsthand.
あくまで周辺捜査で得た情報からの推測。つまりただの勘だがね。
At best, it's conjecture based on info from scans of the environs. Call it my intuition.
十分なお墨付きですよ。
That's good enough for me.
では、そろそろ預けていたものを返してもらうとしましょう。
Well then, I say it's about time we had them return what they've been keeping for us.
いやしかしだな、京ちゃん。相手はあの上白だぞ。
Listen to me, Kyo-chan. This is Kamishiro we're dealing with.
世界にその名を轟かす大企業の厳重なセキュリティをどうやってかいくぐるつもりだ。
How do you plan to get around the top-notch security of a world-renowned company?
ここは慶明不当の孤児に習いましょう。
Let's learn from the case of the robbing rooster.
閉ざされた門は強行突破ではなく策略を持って相手に開けさせればいいんです。
We don't force our way through a closed gate. Instead, we employ strategy and have them open it for us.
おいおい、そんなことが可能なのか？
Whoa, hey now. Is that even possible?
不可能を可能にしてこそ探偵冥利に尽きるというものですよ。
A good detective makes the impossible possible.
何？こちらには慶明、鶏の鳴き声を真似る名人がいます。
What? We already have a rooster of our own lined up. Someone who can crow in just the way we need.
上白への侵入にはその人物の力を借りましょう。
And we'll get her to help us when it comes to infiltrating Kamishiro.
ちょうど時間だ。
Ha, speak of the devil.
失礼します。
今回も時間通りの来訪ですね。依頼人の上白優子さん。
Heh. Once again, you've arrived right on time. This is my client, Yuuko Kamishiro.
調査に進展は？
Has there been any progress?
上白優子？ひょっとして 上白前社長のそうか。上白の親族なら誰にも怪しまれず本社内へ。
I see. No one would question her if she were to walk into corporate HQ. Of course not.
誰ですかこの人。
What? Who is this?
お嬢さん、頼む。力を貸してくれ。
Young lady, we need your assistance, please.
そういうことでしたか。
どうかな。ぜひ調査に協力してもらいたいのだ。
What do you say? We really need your help with the investigation.
それは構いません。私もあの疑惑についての真相は知りたいですから。
That's fine. I want to know if my suspicions are correct as well, after all.
おお。
ですが、私は未成年という理由で社内での権限が大幅に制限されています。
But I am a minor, and such. My authority within the company is rather restricted.
私にできるのはおそらく本社ロビーに招き入れることくらいです。
I doubt I'll be able to do much more than get you into the lobby of the main office.
そうですね。学校の友人を見学に招待するという名目でなら。
Let me think about this. If I were inviting friends from school to take a tour,
本社ロビーまでは怪しまれずに連れて行けると思います。
it shouldn't be an issue getting you into the lobby, I think.
まあ俺や京ちゃんじゃ友人ってのは難しいだろうな。下手すりゃ面も割れてるかもしれねえ。
It'd be hard passing me and Kyo-chan off as your friends. Worst case, they might recognize us too.
助手一人送り込めれば上々だ。よろしく頼む。
So long as you could get my assistant in, that would be terrific. Could you manage that?
しかし、そこからどうやって機密情報データベースへ何か手段があるんですか？
But then, how do we get to the confidential database? Do you have some means of doing that? Just leave it to me.
この人が仮にウィザード級のハッカーだったとしても不可能だと思いますけど。
Even if your assistant were a world-class hacker, I doubt it's even possible. A cyber sleuth can make the impossible possible.
そういうことだ、上白優子さん。そこは電脳探偵の領分。任せてくれたまえ。
Well, there we have it, Yuuko. Leave the domain of cyber sleuthing to us.
わかりました。では手配します。
Very well. I'll go and get things set up.
で、実際どうすんだ京ちゃん。
What are you actually going to do, Kyo-chan?
侵入方法ですか？それについては考えがあります。
To get in, I have an idea actually.
おお。
Oh-ho?
とある依頼でちょっとしたプログラムを入手しましてね。
There was this one case where I got my hands on a little program.
知人の手を借りて助手専用にカスタマイズして使おうと思います。
I'm thinking of having it customized for my assistant with the help of someone I know.
では早速準備に取り掛かろう。
Shall we get started with the preparations?
助手君、まずは三神楽美玲の元へ向かってくれたまえ。
My dear assistant, start by heading to Mirei Mikagura's place.
先方に話を通しておく。司祭確認はそちらで頼む。
I'll let her know you're coming and why. You can get the details from her. No problem, okay? Awesome. So this is gonna definitely be a pretty big case. It's nice to have someone who'll say that. Thanks. Get to bed early yourself. Huh? I've entrusted a dreadful task to you. Return at once if things get dangerous. No need to worry. Okay, Mirei? Not what I meant to do. My preparations are complete. Go ahead, take this program. Hacking skill, Stealth Hide. Ah, no, it's a hacking skills program repurposed from the Baku program Kyoko gave me. By using this, you'll be able to almost perfectly mask your account information. Effectively, you'll be invisible. Given your half-cyber body, you should be able to use that skill not only in cyberspace, but in the real world as well. What? That's awesome, dude. This skill could potentially be used for a wide variety of crimes. But given your deepening bond with Digimon, I trust you won't use it for evil purposes. That was rhetorical, dear. I see all. You are a cyber sleuth, no? Someday you must expose my secrets. I got in touch with Kyoko. Things went well, it seems. I'm sure you have many questions, but start by focusing on the relevant case. I heard from Yuuko Kamishiro earlier, and you've been invited to Kamishiro Corporate HQ. You got Kamishiro HQ special visit URL. Access this URL to access an account with privileges to tour the corporate office. The privileges are limited to the lobby, but that should be enough to let you get in without too much trouble. We've had our rooster crow, now to set the fox loose in the henhouse. You've gotten some handy hacking skills, I know, but you'll need to think on your feet in there. Be the wolf in sheep's clothing. It'll take all your cunning skill and bravery to sneak on in and waltz out with the grand prize. Also, for the record, Detective Marayoshi isn't involved with obtaining and using the hacking skills for this case. Keep that in mind. Now then, let's get this job done. Anyway, I guess I'd better follow this corporate tour URL to Kamishiro Corporate HQ. Okay, who's on the Digiline? Trivia, how many feet does Kentorosmon have? He has 4 feet. Hey, is it true you're taking a break from school? Sounds like tons of fun. But all of this detective work is keeping me pretty busy. Even with some useful hacking skills, play it by ear and proceed with caution. So is this an escort mission? If Marayoshi's gonna be helping us, and we have to keep that in mind when going there, I'm assuming so. You can go to Kamishiro Enterprises now. Awesome. You're so late. I got exhausted just waiting for you. You're so late. I got ultra super worried. Oh, not that I was worried about you, see? Baka. Playing the tsundere role? Playing the tsundere role. Don't get the wrong idea or anything, Baka. Ami, I need you to pretend that you're my friend here.
それらしく見えるように私に合わせてください。
Just follow my lead, alright?
ひょっとしてどこか変ですか？
Is there, anything the matter with that?
ちゃんとできてますよね、友人のふり。いわゆる学友って一般的にこんな感じですよね。
You can pretend to be my friend, right? A school friend? A normal friend?
え、それは妙ですね。友人に関する参考資料を間違えた。
That's odd. Were the files I dug up on friendship mistaken? Aw, Yuuko. Come on, Ami.
え、いつも通りでいい。
What? You want me to act like I normally do? Be yourself,
意
exactly.
味がよくわかりませんけど。
I'm not sure I quite get what you're saying.
そんなこと言ったら私とあなたがすでに友人みたいじゃないですか。
If that's true, then you and I are already friends after a fashion, no?
なるほど。今のがかの有名なあえて滑るギャグ。
Okay, I see. That was just a joke that fell flat, right?
やりますね。
That was part of the plan, right, Ami?
迫真すぎて私形ばかりのノリツッコミを忘れてしまいました。
Things got a little too real for me there. I forgot to let myself play along.
と言いますか、あなたもちゃんと勉強してきたんですね。少し見直しました。
What I mean is, you've done your homework. I seem to have misjudged you.
とにかくようこそ上城へ。さあ、ロビーを見学するふりをしましょう。案内するふりをしますから。
Okay, let's pretend to tour the lobby. I'll pretend to show you around.
え、ここから別行動？
What? You're going to strike out on your own?
でも本当にどうやって侵入するんですか？
But what's your actual plan for getting in?
消えた。アバターもアカウント情報も。
How does a person just vanish? Both the avatar and the account info?
おや、有効お嬢様、お友達はどちらへ？
Oh my, Miss Yuuko, where has your friend gotten off to?
お友達はそのかくれんぼをしてます。
え、かくれんぼ？
そうです。何か問題が？
いえ、問題と言いますか。
かくれんぼには適した環境でしょ。ここ広いですから。
This is the perfect place for hide and seek. It's so spacious.
ああ、そうですね。うん、広いですもんね、ここ。
I, suppose it is, sure. There certainly is a lot of space here.
ちなみに私が鬼です。
By the way, I'm it.
そうですか。頑張ってください。
Oh, well then, good luck, I guess.
はい。必ず見つけてみせます。
Thank you. I'm going to find my friend. Just you watch.
その意気です。
That's a spirit.
それでは健闘をお祈りしてます。お友達にもよろしくお伝えください。
Well then, give it your best shot. Say hello to your friend for me.
よろしくと彼が。
He says hello. That's funny, dude. That's pretty funny.
アカウントをシールするプログラムですか。
A program that seals an account.
しかもデジモンプログラムによるハッキングスキル、完全に違法ですよそれ。
And this requires Digimon program hacking skills, which is completely illegal, I'll point out.
でもあなたや京子さんの言う領分は確かなもののようですね。安心しました。
But you and Kyoko did say that cyber sleuthing was your area of expertise, so that's reassuring.
用が済んだらここで合流して外へ出ましょう。
When you're finished, meet me here. We'll leave together.
あまり長く時間をかけないでください。
Please try not to take too long.
かくれんぼでごまかすのはさすがに限界がありますし。
There's a limit to the time we can spend pretending to play hide and seek.
では後ほど。
I'll see you later then. Kyoko told me to think on my feet. But I don't see any place to connect jump into. Let me look around. Hacking skill, stealth hide. Go invisible so you cannot be detected by others. Your account info will be hidden so you can investigate without leaving a trace. Okay, that's pretty cool. Maybe not the best idea to do it in front of everyone. We haven't much time to waste. Please hurry. No problem. Maybe not the best idea to do it in front of everyone, so now you see me. Now you don't. We still cast a shadow, but that's physics for you. Okay. That avatar. What servers can it access? Avatars are just data. Can I connect jump into it? Well, so not only we just vanish out of thin air, we can connect jump into an avatar itself. Okay, I see you, game. But yeah, I would also freak out, Yuuko, if just a friend of mine out of nowhere just vanished just like that. Yeah, Miri said committing crimes, but come on, we got a good moral compass. Out of the two superpowers, like when it comes to the conversation of like what superpowers would you like to have if they were real, definitely I would like the ability to fly and to turn invisible. Ability to fly, I just think it's pretty awesome. You don't have to deal with traffic and anything. It might be a little cold, but I just see a lot more benefit than downsides when it comes to flying. And with turning invisible, I mean, yeah, I know there could be a lot of stuff that you could do and get away with, but at the same time, well, if you're not smart, you obviously will get caught. And that also begs my question as well, if invisibility was a real world thing. Like, we still cast a shadow, right? We are still a solid object, just see-through. So like, heck, even plastic or glass will still cast a shadow, right? Yeah, they do, what am I saying? But point being is exactly that. So, anyways. Okay, there we go. And before starting this new session, I did train these guys at least for half an hour in the farm to get a little more SP. So, they are looking a lot more strong. Let's see. But their cam does go down, so let's just take a quick look. Getting confused with my buttons here. There we go. So cam is 86 now. 87, 25, 32. Yep, cam did go down pretty drastically, but it's not like a few Digimeats won't fix, so. And with fighting alongside them, I mean, that raises the cam already, so don't really have to worry about that much. What I forgot to do was set up another investigation, see if we can get more cases, actually. Might be our best bet to get more memory ups. Anyways, I'll do that once we get a second to go to the farm. But right now, let's just go ahead and keep moving forward. Looks like... Okay, so we just gotta go moving forward. And I mean, there's a lot of cool superpowers that, like, would just make, you know, life easier, frankly. Heck, even just with simple super strength, like, you could be, like, the best construction worker out there, or just anything that requires heavy lifting, because you don't need to spend money on a machine. You just do all the work yourself. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look over here to see if there's more shinies. Revival capsule, nice. There's gonna be a lot of cutting with these videos when we're doing these kinds of sections. Way too many random encounters.